to Gather Five's podcast. This is episode 35. I'm here with Phil and
35.
Justin. Brandon is gone forever. We kicked him out. He's gone. No, he's taking care of some stuff. So we're going to be talking about some CyberPunk news. We're going to be talking about a bunch of game stuff, some PS5 stuff, some Xbox stuff, little tidbits in between. How we feeling today? How we feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I've been feeling pretty good today.
Yeah,
Lots of good stuff.
My lighting is a little bright. Adjust.
Ooh, I had to go peep it, Phil. Okay, definitely gonna be talking about some cyberpunk stuff.
Yeah. So it looks a little different. I'm being the MC today. I don't have all the cool things that our normal one does. So this is all you get.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be different. We're not gonna have as much stuff on the screen. We will throw the links, especially when this goes to YouTube in a day or usually a day. We'll have all that for you to look at and stuff, but it's going to be mainly a little bit of a talk session. So, a little bit different, but
chit chat today.
Chit chat. So,
with the boys.
We got, yeah, exactly. So it has happened. Keanu has come from the sky, and Cyberpunk has gone gold. So, yeah. That's
if you don't know what that means,
I need to move my camera.
That means the disc that it's going to be on, that they're going to make all of the copies of, has been made and it works. So now they're just making the game. So it was really great that they had to work so much longer in their overtime, that one extra day.
Yeah, my only thought to that is I agree with what you're saying, but I'm like, maybe there might still be a day one patch where it's gold. I'm not in the industry. I know gold means ready to go, but is it like ready to go?
I mean, well,
gold's ready to go, but it's not necessarily patched out, I guess you could say, probably.
But you have to consider this, like, they have delayed this game twice. CD Projekt Red is going to release a game that they hope throughout the whole huge game has no bugs. I think they're ready to go. Maybe they're, got little bugs, and while you're install, it's actually also installing a little hot fix that they notice something right at the end. But other than that, CD Projekt Red is probably sitting there just being like, it's ready. We're done. That one extra day did it. Cool.
Yeah, so I think they'll still be testing out bugs and stuff, and there's probably still going to be a day one patch. But hey, gold means it's not getting delayed again. You know what I mean? So it's definitely coming out.
No, it's coming out at that date.
Yeah, praise, all hail. If you haven't seen the trailer, I'll put it in the link. It's hilarious where Keanu's just like, "Listen here, sucker!" Like, it's really cool. Along that, this is a cool one as well. In the game case, I guess is the word, there's a map, much like Red Dead and all those games do, and that did leak. Did you guys see that? Oh, it got taken down. That's funny. I was gonna post the link. The picture is gone in the image from the link on IGN.
So you can probably find others.
They took it down. Did you guys get a chance to look at it?
I didn't. I mean, like, seeing that, like, the thing is like, this game is based off of a tabletop role-playing game. Like, sure, the newest one that's coming out is 30 years before this, but it's Night City. How much does it really change in that time?
It looked nice. If I had to compare it, I'd compare it to the city portion of GTA, and then it did have some larger areas. So that is interesting to me, because the one thing of this game that's a big question mark for me is, I know it's an FPS, but how open is the FPS? From everything we've seen, you're always in almost like a tight room.
From what I've heard, or from what they've said, the map is smaller than Witcher's.
Yeah,
but it's more dense. It's more
exactly.
filled.
But that's what I'm not concerned, but what I'm really thinking out, like, I want that open feel of like a Far Cry, where I can get up on a mountain and just a dude from like a million miles away. I don't think that's ever happening in this game.
It probably can in I think it's called the Badlands, which is outside of the city. But I mean, you have to consider the genre. This is cyberpunk. This is when corporations have taken over and big megaplexes and metropolises have been built. So when you're in the city, it's compact because that's all there is. There is city. But when you get outside, sure, you could probably have a snipe someone from a distance. But you're also in a city. You could probably get up on a building and snipe somebody from the top of a building too.
Yeah, that was the big thing I was curious about, because again, a lot of the gameplay they have showed is always in like almost little, like not little rooms, but pretty tight niche areas where I think a fast paced shooter, which it seems like this will be in those kind of quarters, seems like it may be a lot going on. But I'm obviously still hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the difference between Cyberpunk and like The Witcher's sword fighting. Like yeah, sure, I can play. I enjoy Skyrim in first person, but with seeing the fluid motions of Geralt, that can only really be done in third person.
100%.
This is Cyberpunk. You're wanting to look at the cool looking guns, so first person is just how to go with it.
Yes, indeed. So get hyped because it's not going to get delayed. Yay. We already talked about this, but now it's a week away. So the Ghost of Tsushima free multiplayer comes out next Friday. My dog's in the corner.
Hello, dog.
Yeah, which is going to come with like you can have various loadouts and play with your friends and do a cool thing. I'll check it out. I think I need. No, I can't check it out. Never mind.
You can't because you need live.
Yeah, I'm not paying for online services. If I would have checked it out because I have the game, but Justin, you let me know if it's any good if you play it.
I got you.
You know, and I'll eventually pick up Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, you still never even bought it.
I haven't bought it yet. Hey, I'm still,
You're busy anyway, but yeah, definitely you have to. It's a have to must.
Yeah,
get,
I'll definitely buy it. But right now, it's just like because I didn't get that special edition.
Yeah, totally understandable. I'll send you my physical copy. But yeah, so if you're looking forward to that, that comes out next Friday. Get hyped, play some more Ghosts, play with your friends, do your thing. On to some newer news that came out earlier this week. Payday 3 is in development using the Unreal Engine.
Excited.
1 second.
They're fine, they're dogs. But yeah, Payday, love Payday 2 especially.
Yeah, fantastic.
They turned the TV on.
Yeah. So yeah, Payday 2. I never played it because I heard you had to play it with friends. Like everyone said, the AI was kind of not good.
Yeah,
that's true.
Not good.
So I just never messed with it. I actually own it. I remember I got it for free on Steam. Payday 2, a good 2 billion years ago. But I'm excited because now that was a long time ago, right? That was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Like it was a while.
Maybe a little more than that.
Yeah, because I was in undergrad and I would play it with a couple of my roommates, and that's like the only reason I bought it is because we would play it together. Yeah,
so like that could be crazy. Like the August 13th, 2013.
Yeah,
so a while ago.
Over 7 years ago.
Yeah, so just seeing what we've seen in the Unreal Engine, like all the tech demos we've gotten recently, and how games have evolved, like that could be really, really, really fun. But it also could be really, really bad. Like, you know what I mean? I could easily see them messing up and not hitting the mark. Microtransy paying for masks.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Was 2 real microtransy, Phil?
I mean, I think it was in a sense like you could get like the special masks and buy them if you wanted during like events, but you can also unlock them, I think, based off how much money you got so based off how well you did, you could pay for them that way.
But they were also like expensive as hell though.
So yeah,
it was either like show your worth, like grinding it cash wise, or here's $5 for a mask.
I mean, it is fine if you're gonna grind the time to do it. Yeah, you should get you can get those unlocks. Otherwise, like, why should it just be like, oh, here, everybody gets this new cosmetic? Then there's no point in having those, like even just announcing. Just be like, here they fucking are.
Yeah. So it's being made. There's no, like, date or anything, but it's cool. Development is even, like, a very vague word. Like, but I'm super excited. I'll give this one a try, and just the fact that again the time from the last one to this one just could be epic.
There's our new 4-player game.
Yeah, right. They'll make it. They'll make it 3
with the boys.
Yeah, they will make it 3.
3 players. Yeah, and this came out the other day. I wanted to talk about it. 2 days ago, Phil Spencer said this, and I just wanted to talk about it, or at least get your guys' opinion. He was talking to Wired, and in quotes here, he said, I think 8K is aspirational technology. This display capabilities of devices are not really there yet. And I think we're years away from 8K, if ever, being the standard for video games. That's the end quote. And that just didn't make any sense to me. And I at least wanted to be like, what do you guys think? Because 8K TVs already exist. Now, I do agree. I think it's going to be 2 or 3 years before things are 8K, like content, like shows or anything.
It's the same thing with 4K gaming. And what does he do? The Xbox Series X 4K gaming. Like, what are you talking about? Of course, it's going to be a standard eventually. Not right now, but that whole thing at the end where he's like, it probably just won't happen. Like, you're completely incorrect.
Like when 8K becomes, let's see if this makes sense. When 8K becomes today's 4K, then we'll be getting somewhere. Because like 4K right now is almost in everybody's hands. It's like just out of the reach of like the general public almost.
I don't even say that now. 4K TV.
Well, like system
4K TVs are as cheap as smart TVs were 3 years ago.
Well, like system and console wise, I mean, or like PC and system wise.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like right now, the PS4 Pro, which is obviously going cheaper, but the new gens going to now having a 4K standard.
Yeah.
When the new system becomes relatively priced across the board and 4K is the standard, then their Pro versions should have that 8K option.
But the thing is the PS5 is already saying that it has 8K support out of the box. So
does it really?
Yeah.
I missed that note.
It does say that on their little tech things that they post like about it, it has the ability to play 8K. Probably not 8K 60 FPS like a computer with the GTX 3090. But I don't have one. I just want to also state there are 8K 60 FPS computers out right now that you can do that.
I just think it's just interesting, like Phil Spencer being like that, one of the heads of Xbox. Like, where do you think their direction's going if they're just like 8K is never going to be a thing? So in 5 years, 4 years, maybe when the PS5 Pro comes out and they're like, yo, 8K future, and now maybe Xbox is like, back again behind the curve because they were like, 8K is never going to be a thing, and 8K TVs are just starting to come out. Like, you can buy them arguably reasonable if you're caked up. And not be like they're not like 20 grand. Like you can get for $5,000 you can get an 8K TV. Again, that's a lot for a TV, but for people that walk into a store and say, "Give me the best TV." And I remember when 4K TVs looked like that. Like 2 years ago, that was the 4K TV. That was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So I just think I just think sooner rather than later, 8K is gonna be like 2 years, 3 years. I think we're going to be like 8K.
You're saying about Xbox is like half the thing. Well, it's just it's also then what I'm thinking, which would make sense for why they even made this goddamn Series S. I'm always going to bag on it because I don't think it's smart at all. But is if they're going the cloud gaming route.
Yeah.
There's no way you can have somebody's internet be able to download 8K streaming.
Yeah.
Through cloud processing if they're going a cloud processing route, because a lot of that Series S like boost in performance is stated on the thing for cloud processing.
Yeah.
Plus, like you just said, there's no way on this planet Earth unless what's it called? What's Elon Musk's internet satellite thing called?
Starlink.
Starlink. Yeah, unless that thing changes the game, no one is streaming something in 8K. It would take forever.
Even Verizon with like Starlink and stuff like that, Starlink it has good speeds, but you're getting like gig speeds in the middle of nowhere compared to like nothing at all. Like Starlink is more, at least right now, it's more about getting everybody, no matter where you are in the globe, high-speed internet access. Not 8K speeds, but high speed.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future it'll go that way, but I'm not seeing stream 8K.
Yeah, I mainly just thought that was interesting because, again, if Xbox is already not trying to future-proof their console ideas and being like, oh, 8K is never going to be a thing, and then it was like, dude, y'all said that for the 360, or maybe didn't say it, but then y'all beat us over the head for 3 E3s going 4K, 4K, 4K. But it was just like, all right, whatever, we get it. So we'll see. I don't know. But, hopefully they prove us wrong, but you never know. This next one I thought was cool, but also maybe I'm crazy. So Watchdog Legion did drop its like 1 year plan, and it's including a Assassin's Creed crossover. Did you guys see that?
I did not.
This is the character, ain't it?
Yeah, it's Darcy. She's going to be a character inspired from the Assassin's Creed universe. I don't know how she's really fitting in. I didn't watch the video. I'm just like going off what they talked about.
Because they showed. I'm sorry. Go
You're
ahead.
good. No, you're good. Hit it, bro.
They showed what? Her.
Yeah.
They showed Aiden.
Yeah, they
And
showed Aiden. Yeah.
Wrench from the last Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
That all three are going to be in it.
Yes, but it's cool because this might be the first, or I haven't played every Assassin's Creed, but I'm pretty sure if she's a playable like actual Assassin's Creed, like in the Creed type thing, this is the first modern day or technically future Assassin's Creed character, which would be cool because like I always thought Assassin's Creed eventually was going to make one in modern time. Like I thought they were building up to that where they had I can't remember the guy's name. Where the first like 4 Assassin's Creed, how you kept playing as the same character.
Miles?
Maybe. I don't remember his name. It was something like that.
Yeah, Damien.
Yeah, and I thought it was building up to that, and then they just went completely off the rails and kind of scrapped that. But I thought that's what it was leading up to, so that'll be cool. I do. What I'm about to say might be controversial, and y'all don't have to agree or whatever, or say anything. But I think Ubisoft, because of all their allegations, are like forcing female characters into our faces. Because they did it with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because that wasn't going to have female characters, and then they were like, "Psych! Now you can pick your character." Like that was already said that wasn't originally going to be a thing. And now they're doing this, and I don't mind at all. I'll play as a chick all day. I really could care less. But I do think they're kind of like just kind of beating us over the head with it because of all of their in-house stuff. And I'm not saying women shouldn't be in games. Ball out, do you? Again, I love Zero Dawn. That's my shit. But I just think it's a Ubisoft thing, and they need to correct it. But it looks dope. Minus, we've already said this. I do think the Aiden thing should have been a dope in-game thing for the game already.
He should have been a surprise.
Yeah, dude, that would have. I don't know why they do that, because if he would have showed up halfway through the game, like when the game's kind of getting a little stale, like you unlocked most of the stuff, you're playing the game, but you're like you need that extra little boost. He shows up, and that shit would have just been so cool.
Yeah, like you said, like halfway through the game, and like, oh, we need to go take out like this person, but we need some outsource help, and then like, that shows up.
Yeah, like I'm gonna put the trailer in the little link here, but like it's just I just don't get it. Because it looked like I don't want to be like a loser, but I literally got like chills when Aiden showed up. I was like, oh shit, that's such a good idea. Like that's such a good idea. And then they're like DLC, and I was just like, man, like I don't want to like beat the game. I'm not a huge DLC guy. I have to absolutely love the game to beat it, and then like, oh, there's DLC. Like
the other problem is we're back on that playing that same card again, where it's, hey, this game comes out in a month. Here's DLC.
With like Spider-Man, I know behind the scenes they're planning DLC already. Like the moment a game like is done. But don't tell me. Like when Spider-Man came out and then the DLC came out like a month later. Like Spider-Man dropped in September. It was October or November the first DLC came out. And I was like, yo, come on, dude. Like I just bought the game. Like I don't know. I just think that super should have been already included in the story, because they already said too, it's like a separate story. So it's not even part of the main story. So it's probably like, a 3-hour, 4-hour little adventure. But the roadmap's out there. I posted the link. Hey Jeff, how you feeling? But yeah, sorry, we can't show as much stuff. We're just talking today. Sorry.
We chit-chatting.
But I mean, the crossover with Assassin's Creed would be cool because it would finally give me a reason to like understand why there's this off stuff there at all.
Yeah.
Like the when I'm playing those ones, I think it was up to 3. I think they like lost it after 3. They were just like, nah, never mind.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
Or well, in Black Flag, there's like a very little bit of it in the future, and it's like in first person as you're walking around the office. And I'm just like, why is this here? Like, there's no point to have this future stuff. But if they mix it with Assassins or with Watch Dogs, they could go a really interesting way, because Abstergo is probably one of these big corporations that's running everything. What if in Watch Dogs you're trying to hack it, and you have now modern day assassins finally coming in, and they're your like legion of people.
Yeah.
Now it's like a Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs Legion, literally crossover game. Yeah. That's interesting.
I agree. I still think, like I said, a modern day Assassin's Creed would be dope. that's all I got. It would just be so good. Like you're just running around with like you still got the stabby stab, but you got like a pistol, like a silenced dope pistol, and you're just Sam Fishering people. Like that'd be cool.
You take. You ready for this? You take a modern day Assassin's Creed.
My body
and
is
you
ready.
mix it with Mirror's Edge running, like sprinting across walls and pipes and all that.
I'm there. I'm there. My only thing is I think the Ubisoft team doesn't have. I don't know. They don't have the experience. I don't think they want to mess with it because they've never done a game where it's a modern city map. It's always the same looking map. I mean, they're different, but they also do look very similar. So I don't think they even want to mess with it. But hopefully they listen to this podcast video VOD thing and they get the idea.
VOD.
Yeah. But this next one is hilarious to me. Did you guys see who's going to be in Mortal Kombat 11?
Yeah, Rambo.
Yo.
Voiced by the man himself. Adrian, I'm in a video game.
So, if you haven't figured it out, like they're going ham. They got the Terminator, you got RoboCop, and now Rambo. They're just going through American classics. They're just like, what do we got here? It's gonna be Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
That'd be kind of sweet. You see me like pulls out a computer, like a calculator, and starts hitting buttons on it, and the car comes in for like a finisher.
Yeah. Yo, we're just making all these games. You also get Melina and Rain with this Mortal Kombat Pack 2, which if you bought the Ultimate Edition, it comes with it. If not, if you bought the game at launch and want to support it, it's $15 more goddamn dollars.
3 characters.
So that sucks. $5 a piece. Yeah. Again, if you got the Ultimate Edition, you got it automatically. But if you bought the game at launch and supported it and paid $60, you beat.
I bought it at launch, but I got like a season pass or something with it, so I still think I get everything.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't play that game anymore. So.
Yeah, it's brutal the fact that they charge people $15 who supported the game right when it came out.
How much does it cost to get the new people in Smash?
That pack is, I want to say it was like $9 a pack.
I think it's like
something.
I think it's like $10.
Yeah, but that's for the whole like set of like 9 or whatever. Yeah, this is literally $5 a character.
Yeah. I will say I don't remember. Didn't they have Melina in like a friendship fatality, and people are getting mad that they didn't have her yet?
She wasn't in the game, but she was in a friendship fatality. So she was animated in a character. But yeah, that comes out November 17th. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan and want to play as those characters, just so you know. This is for Justin, and I don't even want to talk about it. What is it? Bugsnax? Is that the pronunciation? Bugsnax. I'm gonna put the link. Who cares? So I'm just gonna describe it because you'll know. At one of PlayStation's trailers for all the games, they had the weirdo one with the walrus and the strawberry monster and all that weird food. Yeah, sure, whatever. That game went gold.
It's gone.
Huzzah! And with that also announcement, it is a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 launch title. So it comes out.
That's gonna be my launch game.
Oh, Justin thinking he getting a PS5 at launch.
You're right there.
But yeah, so it did go gold. It comes out November 12th. If you don't get your PS5, I think it also, let me read. I think it also gets a free update.
I think so. In that list, I thought I saw in a dream or in real life. I think it was on there.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so I mean, no matter what, you're gonna get to play it. But I don't know what this game's about at all. Like, I watched the trailer, and I don't know.
I don't
know.
It's really pulling at my Viva Pinata heartstrings.
I never played that, but I also don't know what that game's about either. So
that game's about a pinata.
Yeah, it's strange to me. But yeah, Bugsnax, November 12th, launch title, PS5. Take that Xbox. Yeah. Yeah. Next, this one is strange because like the beta came out and stuff, so they might be in some weird situations. The Sci-Fi looter shooter Outriders got delayed until February, and we'll get the free next gen upgrade. But I remember this game, like a lot of YouTubers were playing the beta of this game like several months ago, and I don't know what's going on now. So it's coming to everything minus like Switch. So it's coming to PC, Series X, PlayStation, Xbox, all that jazz. But yeah, it got delayed. Did you guys watch that gameplay when it was
the one
out?
That I dropped in the group chat a while ago? Where was that?
It has like Gears combat, sort of.
Yeah, it was that tech romancer or whatever.
Yeah, that's that game. So, it comes out February 2nd, 2021.
That's fine. Gives me something new for the new year.
Exactly. Well, no, the game I'm hyped for the new year, if we're bringing it up, is Deathloop, because I'm pretty sure that comes out February or January.
Yeah, that comes out early next year.
I'm gonna be hyped. But yeah, so if you were looking forward to that, sorry, they're probably just polishing. You can always, like I said, go on YouTube, look at all the beta footage, because a ton of YouTubers and Twitch people were playing it when that was available. So, ball out, do what you want to do. This next one's just utterly hilarious. I'm gonna throw this in there because I have to in my life, because it is that hilarious. So somebody tweeted this to Call of Duty and Activision. Call of Duty, the newest one, no longer fits on a 250 gig SSD. Yeah, you have
a lot of memory.
Yeah, you have to single player, multiplayer, and Warzone. You cannot separate. You can't do it. The only way on PC you can have Warzone separately on console, or if you own the game on PC, you have to have it all at once. The only way to get Warzone free and on PC is to not own the game and only have Warzone on the thing, and then it loads fine. But if you have the game, you have to download it all, and that's just ridiculous to me. Like that, like GTA, Red Dead, 100 gigs, humongous maps that if I rode a horse in Red Dead from one end to the other, it takes like 5 minutes in real time, like 10 minutes maybe. That just is insane. This game is like 2 maps and a story mode.
Yeah, it makes no sense, especially since a lot of the modes take textures and things from each other. So like the story mode, those textures in parts of maps show up in multiplayer and then show up in Warzone. I don't understand how it's this big. Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be a huge map, full story, tons of things, very dense.
Yeah.
It's 70 gigs. They've optimized it down for high resolution 4K, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
70 gigs. How are you that lazy? Just to, you're already copying code from the previous Call of Duty to make your game run. You're just reskinning a gun that shoots exactly the same as another one. And you're too lazy to optimize size so that people can't have anything else. I'm never going to support them again because of this. They won't, because the next one, Cold War is probably going to be about 400 gigs if we're going off of this. It's but it's got all these 4K textures, man. We're just going to take up so much damn space.
Ray tracing, bro.
Ray tracing going to take up so much space. Those file sizes are huge. It's called compression. You don't you can figure that out. We've been doing it for a really long time. Most companies do that.
I don't get it, especially. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, I would have probably still given Warzone a try. Justin, Brandon, we were playing it, and I wasn't really disliking it. It wasn't my favorite, but it gave me that PUBG feel, like it was a little bit more real. But I don't have that much space on my computer. I have a 1 terabyte SSD, and I have a ton of movies and stuff. I'm constantly getting an anime I'm watching. I don't have, and I'm always playing other games. If I don't think I could fit 250 right now. If I wanted to play it, I don't have 250. I usually try to keep 2 to 3 free on my computer, between just shooting other stuff over, and that is just insane. Mm-hmm. Even on a console, you're beat. If you own the original Xbox that was 500 gigs, you're toast almost. You maybe have one other game.
Yeah, because you really only have access to 400 something, so literally could fit another game.
Yeah, maybe. They need to come out with the Call of Duty hard drive with the next game that you download Call of Duty on just that hard drive, and then you just plug it.
And they're gonna make it $100 just for that.
Call of Duty should just come on a hard drive.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's.
There's a flash drive that you plug in. Here it is. We don't understand how to compress files, and we're lazy, so here's just a flash drive.
Yeah, they're big crazy. Microsoft, they're crazy too. But Activision Blizzard, stop it. Next, we're gonna go to speedrun. Pretend there's a cool little thing popping up on the screen. Yeah, so these ones we have probably little opinions each one, but we'll see what we got here. This one's dope because I want movies to watch. 2020 sucks, and I need something to do. And Monster Hunter is coming out in December. Mila Jovovich, Tony Jaa, I believe, is in it. I'm gonna watch it. I don't care. I need a movie to see. I could care less. I'm going in. If it's in theaters, I'll go see it. I don't think it got a date yet. It didn't get a delay because it was originally pushed back to next year, April 23rd, 2021. But now it's got pushed back up to December. There's no date yet, so I'm assuming that's going to be coming soon. Oh, December 30th. I'm sorry. So like barely 2020.
Yeah.
But yo, I'm legit gonna go see it. I need a movie to see.
New Year's crowd.
I was so annoyed. I'm so annoyed that movies keep getting pushed back. Like I get it. I get it. But bro, like when Avatar, we're gonna segue for a second. When Avatar 2 just went like done and then it still got pushed back. James Cameron was like, "Hey, Avatar 2 is completely finished, but it's coming out 2022 now instead of 2021." And I was like, "Why?" Like, and then Avatar 3 is almost done, and I'm just like, I love movies, and they're like Fast and the Furious keeps getting pushed back. Wonder Woman keeps getting pushed back. All of Disney movies just keep getting pushed back, and it's just like, yo, I need something to do. So the fact that they push this up maybe says not like it's gonna be good. Maybe they're just like, screw it, Mulan. This just throw it out there. But I will go see it. If I have to download it, I'll download it. Like I'll stream it or whatever. I'll pay $20. Like I want to see a movie, so I'm excited.
The thing with Avatar is that's it. Like the first one, that's a lot of CG. So the fact that he's probably got people that have to work from home and he can't meet with them directly while everything's going on is pushing that back a lot. And because
that could make sense.
No, 2 is done.
No,
he said it's
I thought he said the filming was done.
No, they said it's done. Like they can watch it from what I saw, but whatever. I'm already over it. Dude, you could be 15 right now. And you didn't see Avatar. That's how old that movie is now. Like we're ancient. That movie came out in like 2008 or 2009 or something.
I gotta say,
that's insane.
Yeah, I have a little story about that. I bought that movie. I think I bought it on DVD.
Same. I know exactly what you're about to say.
But then it came out on Blu-ray. Bought it.
Yep.
Then there was a Blu-ray like extended special edition. I bought that
big box that folds
out. 3 copies of it.
I have them all next to each other on my movie stand, and I'm just like, I think I gave one away one time. I was like, here you go, you can have it. Yeah, and then it's gonna come out in 4K, and I'm gonna buy that shit too. So.
I might have done with the DVD like I did with the Superman collection. I got the Superman collection on DVD. Then I saw it was on Blu-ray, so I got on Blu-ray. I gave as a present the DVD collection to my brother, so he might have the Avatar on DVD, but I have 3 copies of it. I could watch it in 3 different rooms at the same time.
Yeah,
I've tried it once.
Insane. That movie, when you think about when it came out, it's so old. Like it is. And then the fact that when they finally are all done, they're still gonna come out like 2 years apart. Like, dude, I'm gonna be like 45 by the time I've seen all these Avatar movies. I'm not even kidding. Like by the time they're all done, I'll be like 44 years old, crusty, dying, hips all broken. But yeah, Monster Hunter, December 30th. I'm gonna see it. I'll give you all the Josh review when it's done. Next we got the Apex Legend beta crossplay season 6 events, all that jazz. That came out 2 days ago. If you're into that, I believe you do have to opt in. It works. You played it?
Yeah, me and Little Undy played it.
Nice. So he was on Xbox or PlayStation, and you were
he's on his PS4.
Okay, so you do have to opt in, correct? Like he has to choose to play with you, like Call of Duty.
Yes.
I believe so. Well, how it works for them is Xbox and PS4 will always work with each other.
Makes sense.
PC players will never be able to jump into a console lobby with no exceptions.
Also
anybody on console that wants to play with a PC friend will be thrown into a PC lobby. That's
I mean, that's just because
that's how this works.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I started Apex with controller, but mouse and keyboard is where it's at. Like all that is, if PC people could be like, let's go to a console server, they're just gonna dump on everybody. So it makes sense because all that's gonna do is all those console people that play it are just gonna get mad. I understand, but sometimes I just want to dunk on console kids.
Yeah, right. But it's cool. So it came out the other day. If you at least if you have friends on Xbox and play on PlayStation or vice versa.
Yeah, it does nothing but help the life of the game too. So. Yeah.
Maybe when you play duos, you can actually get into a game now. Well, I guess it didn't matter on PC, but if you're playing on console. Next, we're just going to talk about these two. I will post the video well, if you're watching on YouTube, the link will be below. If you're watching now, I just have to throw the link out. This came out with 2 separate videos of that dude breaking down the PlayStation 5.
It's relatively simple to take down too.
That too, and it definitely explains why that thing is a complete unit. Because they use every bit of the case in which it is in.
Yeah.
Like crazy, which I was impressed because I thought there'd be more like just wasted space. And there wasn't. So good on them.
And the heat sink on that is
it's probably about $100 worth of just copper alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not a fan of how big it is. Like, I don't like the way it looks.
It's big. It's really big.
Like, a lot of home entertainment centers are going to be just beat. Like, when you have that square space, like, it's not going to fit, and it would just be a heat warp. Like, it would just be like shooting dust all over the place. But I do like how the top panel comes off. I didn't mean to interrupt you. The top panel, you just click it off, and then you could just get a duster and just through that.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I think where the dust is going to come in is that it all collects there. The only thing is that it might make you like have to like collect that dust out occasionally. But to be honest, you should be dusting your console anyway.
Yeah, you should be anyway. But I mean, like, even to do it on my regular PS4 Pro, like, it's like 6 screws, 2 panels, and a slide and a push. Like, that's such a hassle. Where now with the PS5, it's just a click and that's it. Like, it's.
Then what that comes to, and I was telling you guys yesterday, third-party customization in your case, or even first-party from Sony. People are going to see like, oh, that's really easy. They're going to get a PS5, they're going to take it off, the case off, make a mold, and start selling custom casings.
100%. My only concern with that, for if you're watching or if you see that and are thinking that, yeah, bet that's an easy idea, I'm 90% sure all of which will void the shit out of your warranty. So
probably, but
like, if you take it apart to dust it, I'm pretty sure that even will void the warranty.
I don't think so. There's no real like anti-void stickers or like anything like that. At least when he showed him taking it apart that I saw.
I think there was one point. It was when he was actually taking off like the
he was getting into the motherboard.
Yeah, there was this little piece of like tape he had to open up with everything else that opened up a screw, because it was the same thing on the PS3, which you had technically voided the warranty if you changed the hard drive inside. You essentially void your warranty. But the only thing is putting a new hard drive in the PS3 was easy because it just formatted it and worked. I think it's something similar to that.
I think PlayStation specifically did it the way it is on those side panels so you can change out those panels, and they'll probably release panels for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, I hopefully, but we'll see. Like I said, I put the video in there. It'll be in the links, because you should definitely just watch this video how he does it, because like you guys said, you should just be dusting that bad boy off like every couple months, depending on how dusty your house is. You got cats and dogs and all that jazz.
And then the expansion slots are NVMe, and they're really like easy to get to. I think it's literally when you pop open that side, you can pop in expansion slots. There's like one thing covering it. So there's a couple things, tech nerd, that I liked about it is the thermal thermal metal that is pulling heat to it. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I think that is really cool. But then
top tier.
The onboard SSD chip and controller, they're literally just on board. They're not like an extra piece. They're on the actual PS5 full motherboard.
Yeah,
for the SSD chip.
I'm literally looking at it right now. Like, the whole board is just crazy to me.
What they did with that is
that's insane. You just brought that up. I've been playing the video the entire time, and they're just little chips right on the motherboard. Like, you can't take them off. You can't put them on. You could take them off, but don't. But like,
that just means it's not like an actual drive that is taking up space inside. So your expansions is like, there's like a thing that deep.
Yeah.
And you could probably just pop them in. There's like 3 slots. That's 3 NVMe SSD expansion slots. 3 terabytes. Bam, there you go. You just bought some NVMe that pops in there.
Yeah. That's very interesting for the future of PC as well. If you could imagine, you buy the board and it comes just like that with like 2 terabytes, just like you said. Just, you can still attach extra like slots like normal, but it comes with 2 terabytes just like that, just right on the John like that. That's crazy. future.
Yeah, there's some things just me like what never saw anything like that before.
Yeah, it's really cool. Again, I forgot that is so much copper.
Yeah.
It's like this much copper.
It's a lot of copper.
Oh man, junkers are just like, let me get some of that. But yeah, it's cool. But again, I still think it's way too big, but it has to be. You know what I'm saying? They did it for a reason. But aesthetically for that, I don't like it. But it's fine. It'll play games great, and I'll cover it up.
What's gonna happen is God of War 2 is gonna come out. They're gonna come out with
that.
You're not gonna care, and it's also they're gonna be like, and you can get this custom case for it, and you're gonna be like, yeah, it looks great now.
Yeah, that's fine. That is true. I am down with that wholeheartedly. The next thing is going to be tough because we can't really show it, but basically after what we talked about Xbox in the UK, this Twitter post is already tweeted, is already down, but they basically were trying to like flex and joke that you needed a certain little side panel on the PS5, and Xbox was like, this is how you turn it horizontal here, and they just laid their big fridge down on the ground, which again, I'll put the link in and everything so you guys can take a look at it. But I just think it's nonsense because in the picture, the Xbox is basically a big square that has a circle base on it. That's what sits. So it's made to sit that way, and they just took it
sit up and down.
Yeah, and they just took it one. And of course, you could do that. You could spin it upside down for one. It's a square, so it's like they're trying to take pokes where there shouldn't be any. And I actually like the Xbox design. I don't like that it has to stand up, but I like the sleekness, and I don't mind the square shape. So
yeah, but then the other thing about we're saying entertainment centers.
Yeah,
doesn't matter if you lay that Xbox down; it's not going to fit. You could lay a PS5 down and it could possibly fit
a thinner layer. Yeah,
but that Xbox will not fit in an entertainment center.
I don't even know where I'd put an Xbox because it wouldn't fit in my entertainment center, and the way my TV's mounted, I don't think I could. I think it'd be too tall to put on. No, I could probably fit it, but I actually prefer. I like the Xbox. It's sleek, and I don't hate it. But don't be taking digs. Y'all ain't win nothing yet. Like you can't be dunking on Sony when y'all losing. Like get out of here. They're crazy. This next one's hilarious, and I just want to bring it up. If you are a fan of Razer and you like credit cards, Razer has a credit card now, and it's dope. And I need it in my life. It's in a beta right now. Like it's really tough to get because I looked into it.
It's only in Singapore.
Yeah, it's super hard to get, but it's like their premium Razer card. You can do ePay and all this other nonsense with it. It's cool because it has like the little Razer logo on it, and I mean, hey, I could have another.
And it's an LED Razer logo.
It is an LED Razer logo. It's
no
really
RGB, but it does. Your credit card now does light up.
Yeah. So if that ever goes like out of beta, and I can literally just like subscribe and have them send me one, and I can like link it to an actual bank that's not like scummy all day, all like legit all day, like. If it's like
yeah, like
you know who you are out there, Bob's Bank, like I don't know.
Bob's Bank.
It's crazy. Next, I wanted to bring this up for the Assassin's Creed Valhalla hype. I thought this was really cool. There is a 5-episode Viking history podcast on Spotify. It's called Echoes of Valhalla that you can listen to. It just gets you hyped for all things Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I listened to like 30 minutes of it the other day, and it's really cool. If you care about like that mythology and just want to listen and you're just chilling at work or taking a poop or something, you should definitely listen to it. It was cool. So I just wanted to throw that out there. It's called Echoes of Valhalla. It's on Spotify. Ball out.
I'm gonna add one thing, just because you might like this, Josh. One thing that the British hated when the Vikings were invading, is that they would entice their British women by using soap. Essentially, they bathed.
Yeah.
And because the British didn't bathe enough,
dang,
the British women didn't like that and were just enticed by them smelling nice and their hair being clean.
Hey, sometimes it's the little things.
The Vikings knew that if you want to get a lady, you got to take a shower.
That is interesting. I didn't know that.
Tell that to a Comic-Con.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Last but not least, and keeping it with Ubisoft, this just got announced like today, like literally like 3 hours ago. For Honor will be playable on the next gen consoles at 60 FPS for free, 4K graphics. Huzzah! They said better textures, and this is funny to me though. Better textures and improved water reflections, because that's what I need to see. It's all about that water, you know. In a game that I'm just stabbing the crap out of people's faces, I'm looking at the water.
Really oddly specific.
Yeah, but I'm with it. I'm super with it. But you know what Ubisoft needs to do? If you're listening, Siege update next gen, which it is going to next gen, but they didn't say anything about graphics. They were just like,
they're like, keep running that potato.
Yeah, basically. They added two potatoes. You just put one next to each other and stick a lemon in there too. Like, do whatever you need to do.
Just plug a bunch of wires growing across the tops.
Yeah, but it's free. It's always cool to see a game that's being supported enough that, you know, it's getting a free update. For Honor, for me personally, definitely was a letdown from day one. It wasn't what I expected, but I know their fan base has held on forever and they love it. So
I jumped back into it not too long ago because I picked it up for free. It was free for like a week. It's not bad. It's still pretty good.
I want to like it, but it doesn't do it for me. Like, I just feel like it's just who can 2v1 a guy the fastest or knock a guy into the water. That's all it seemed to me when I played it.
For me, it's not.
You also got to like really like when you get in those 2v1 situations, you really got to watch your parries and stuff. And like, if you're in a 2v1 melee fight, you're gonna get beat. Like that's real life video game, whatever.
Not me.
Like you just got to get yourself out of that, or you know, hope somebody's close to help.
I'll fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying?
For me, when I realized that game is only PvP, that's kind of where I just went off. Like I thought it'd be interesting to do like maybe if it's co-op too, like literally just co-op doing stuff. Really? Maybe I'll check that out. Because once it was just like everybody only plays PvP, I was just like, meh. It's not the kind of PvP game I want.
Yeah, you can do like versus AI as like a group.
Ooh. Yeah, boys. Next, we got releasing irrelevant. We got all the games that are coming out this week. There was a couple good ones. Let's get it popping. We got Foregone coming to PS4, Xbox, and the Switch October 5th. We got Ninth Dawn 3, Shadow of Ithril, coming to PC, PS4, Xbox, and the Switch October 6th. We got Baldur's Gate 3 coming to PC, and I didn't know it was on Stadia. It's October 6th. You got Democracy 4, that's ironic, coming to PC October 6th. You got Destiny 2, Festival of the Lost Souls. I'm assuming that's a DLC. I'm assuming, I guess. It's coming to PC, PS4, Xbox, and Stadia October 6th. We got the Hyperscape Season 2, which I didn't even know they did seasons, but hey, Hyperscape. Yeah, boy.
That is a dead game. I picked it up yesterday. We couldn't even fill lobbies. It's
all right.
That sucks. Wow. It's fun. I enjoyed it.
So yeah, if you can get into a game, enjoy that for all consoles. October 6th. You got Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix, which I would just assume is a Mario Kart clone, coming to PS4, Xbox, and the Switch October 6th. You got Overcrowd, a Commute 'em Up, coming to PC October 6th. You got Blastin' coming to PC and VR October 8th, which is today. Fall Guys Season 2 starts today for PC and PS4. Game Dev Tycoon comes to Switch today. Inkenfell comes to PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch today. Mortal Kombat 11 comes to Aftermath. It comes to PC, PS4, and Xbox, and the Switch October 8th. That's the All Hallows Eve skin pack. So not what we talked about. These are like reskins of Halloween things. Yeah. Ride 4 comes out to PC, PS4, Xbox today. You got Uncertain Light comes to PC today. Ben 10 Power Trip comes to PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch tomorrow. FIFA comes out Friday, I guess, and The Survivalist comes to PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch tomorrow. So if I had to list off games that are cool here, it's gonna be Baldur's Gate. And then I guess FIFA, if you're just into that, like, you know, those people that are crazy that want to buy loot boxes as fast as humanly possible.
Did we roast them up last week?
FIFA? Yeah, they had the micro
magazine.
Yeah. FIFA, EA's tripping. They need to cut the microtrans out, or just make it a completely free to play game that doesn't exist that you don't have to pay for.
EA's not going to cut the microtrans.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They should all those events, the FIFA modes, the Ultimate Teams, and Madden, they should just be free and completely separate. Should be a completely separate entity from the actual game. You shouldn't have to pay $60 and then have to remake your Ultimate Team each year. That don't make no damn sense. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. Me and Phil will probably talk about it for a second right before we hit the cheat code and what we're doing. Baldur's Gate 3. I'm assuming people want to know like early access stuff. This game was $60 early access. They don't think the game's going to be done for like a year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Phil.
I mean, yeah, that's what they're shooting for, but
yeah, and it's been fun for me. Multiplayer right now, don't get it. If you're only want to play it with your friends and like that's it, like you and your boy are like, yo, we're about to goon up on some elves or something. Don't even do it. Wait at least a month or a week, or let the hot fixes come through, because it was unplayable almost for me and a friend yesterday and the day before. But I did start my single player campaign today, and it's great. It's great.
I think I have, in the 2 days it's been out, 6 to 8 hours like already, and I'm just like exploring. And
that's not bad.
Today was like some of my work I can run on a laptop, so I was playing while I was running on my laptop. I was texting some buddies in my D&D game because they also got it, and we're just talking about what we did compared to each other. And they had found 2 companions that I didn't even notice. I literally walked by one, I realized, because I didn't know he was a companion that you could talk to.
It's crazy. Like I've played the opening sequence 3 times, because twice with a friend and once by myself. Every 3, there were little things in each one that was different. Like conversations with the 3 people that are on that ship were different. I picked up 1 extra companion one time. Like it's weird. Like different things can happen really easily. And again, there are visual bugs, but that's fine. Early access, it is what it is. My only complaint, I do think 60 for early access is bonkers, but it's fine. I get it, because you get the full game. Like you join the journey with them. Rada blibbity.
Yeah, so it's $60. If you're looking for a full finished game, you're not gonna get that. If you haven't played the Divinity games and that's what you're looking for, a full finished game, go play those first. It's the same overall Larian Studios engine, so you could play a similar type of game and get a full story. But I've played those and I've been really hyped about this one, so I'm picking up early access. I know I might not even finish those first 25 hours yet.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
It's just because I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna want to continue.
Yeah, I completely agree. I have to bring this up. This just got posted 2 hours ago on PC Gamer. And related to Baldur's Gate, this just popped up on my phone. They just tweeted NVIDIA to say, hey, can we get a 3080? Because we haven't been able to play test on it because we can't get one. So that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So early access, I haven't really. I have a 2080, and I was shocked that I haven't incurred too many bugs, minus the multiplayer side, because that was just a whole different thing. So I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, I mean there are some visual bugs. You're going into it, understand it's early access. Like there's the things, mind flayers, you've seen them. They're throughout everything. They have these tentacled maws. There's animations where they're like flinging everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
Small things like that. And that could be because I'm playing on a 2060 and that's how my computer is processing it right now.
Yeah. Nope, because I've seen it too.
Yeah, well, okay.
But they're working on it. But my advice to you is, if you want to wait, I completely say wait, hold the expectation, wait for it to keep going in life. I would just say, if you haven't played it, just pick up Divinity. That's what I'm probably gonna do. I've been hesitant on Divinity for forever. I'm just probably gonna wait. I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate for a couple more hours, but like Phil said, I don't want to beat this, like get to the point where I'm like at a story. Like I don't know what happens. Like, could you imagine you just hit a wall, like where like a tab pops up? Congratulations, you've reached the end of our journey. Wait to see what more we have, or some crazy crap like that, where I would just pull out a gun. So I would rather just wait, pick up Divinity, play that for 50 hours, and then wait for this to get some more stuff, I think.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it's 25 hours of the storyline, because I am probably, like, you could have gotten to where I am in the story pretty quickly.
Right.
But I've been doing side things. I've found things like my buddies I've been talking to haven't found. I found a way to get into the Underdark already. You go do a little side quest there. There's side quests like freaking everywhere.
Yeah, usually side quests don't. I'm assuming that 25 hours is like main story, or do they kind of factor in?
I think they mean main story, because the main story of the 25 hours is supposed to get you to level 3 to 5. I'm already level 3. and because I've been just going around exploring the entire map and finding crap.
That's crazy though. If it's supposed to get you to 3 to 5 and you're already 5, so
I'm already 3. I haven't got to level 5 yet.
3. Yeah. But yep. So that was our quick little Baldur's Gate take. Hit us with that cheat code, Phil.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna show anything, but it is a little Baldur's Gate 1 little Easter egg. You're like, oh, I haven't heard of Baldur's Gate before. It is a really old computer game from like the early 90s or mid 90s ish. There is a why can't I think a cemetery that you can go to near a temple in one of the first little towns. You can start reading the gravestones, like all of them, and they all have little funny things to say, and all of the names are actually people who worked on the game. So just a little Easter egg there that you can kind of they put themselves into the game and little funny quotes.
Yeah, that's a very Simpsons reference there. A little.
Yeah, they probably watch this.
Most likely. Let's wrap this boys up with what we doing. I guess I'll go first because I'm first on the screen here. Nothing new besides Baldur's Gate. Like I said, I've been playing that. I got like 5 hours in, but that's mainly just redoing the same 3 opening things until I now I'm playing it. But I will probably put that down in a couple hours and just buy Divinity because I can actually, beat it. But we'll see what it is. It is really fun. I like it a lot. Still playing Wasteland. Wasteland, unfortunately, is losing because I prefer a fantasy world, and it's arguably the same game, but I prefer fantasy over like a Frostpunk Fallout world. Yeah, exactly. So I'll keep playing that. It's really fun. And yeah, waiting for forgot what the game is called.
Legion?
Waiting for yes, Watch Dogs to come out. Thank you. That's it, Phil.
Okay, well, first off, speaking of Baldur's Gate, I finished Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition of the first one. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I could then start the second one. I don't know if they did this for the Enhanced Edition, but the first game and its expansions, because they weren't DLC then, they were expansions, take you from level 1 to 10, and then the second game now takes you from 10 to 20. So it looks like to continue that game fully, I actually do need to play the expansions, which I didn't think I was going to have to. I'll get to it. I also finished the Call of Cthulhu game on PS4 because I'm trying to play some spooky games. That game was freaky, creepy, but really cool. I will give one little review. The facial animations aren't that great. The studio that did Vampire worked on some of it. So it's fun if you want a creepy game. It's also based off of a tabletop role-playing game called Cthulhu.
Yeah.
I got some more books.
I got the books.
Then, yep, Baldur's Gate 3. It's really fun. Even if you just want something to mess around with, I was telling Josh this. At one point, I cast a spell with my guy. We weren't in combat yet. Combat will go to turns. And I just pushed somebody off a ledge to start the combat. So they already started getting pushed away from me and taking almost all of their life of damage. And it was fun.
It is big fun.
And then when we squad, we play Siege and Apex and stuff.
Squad!
That's me. That's what I've been playing.
Baby boy Justin, what's the look?
You'd be playing that Apex. Like I said, me and Undy can play together now because he plays on PS4 and I'm PC.
Yeah.
Siege, kind of want to get back into it, but still kind of toxic. And Star Citizen just had their update, so I'll be back on that. I'm playing a new early title, Phasmophobia, since it is the spooky season. And it's like you're like a ghost adventure. It's like you're like Ghost Adventures. You go in the house and you piss the ghost off, and and it kills you, kind of thing.
Pooping its cereal.
Yeah.
Josh has heard the remnants of the spooky game in the background.
So terrible, dude. So terrible.
That's a multiplayer game, right?
Yeah,
That's something I think I would enjoy. I do like the spooky games like Outlast and
it's actually for $15. It's a buy.
Yeah.
I've gotten my money and like fun out of it for $15.
Because I heard that, I think I read a tweet about it. There's some it was either shared by company or somebody I followed, they were playing it. It was just like their buddy was like standing in the middle of the room, just yelling the whole time at the ghost to antagonize it, to see what would happen.
We do the same thing. We just scream at it, and then all of a sudden, like they have a hunt phase, so the ghost like starts flickering the lights, and like doors will slam and stuff, and like you'll see it appear in front of you, and it just doom 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 doom, and just starts running at you, and you just watch somebody like stand up and they just fall over and die, but you don't see anything because it's a ghost.
Cool. What's that game called again?
Phasmophobia.
Boom. Buy it. It's like $12 on Steam.
Yeah, it is cheap.
I might pick it up right after this.
Do it. That just about wraps it up for us, guys. We went a little bit longer than intended, but hey, let us know what you think about the Cyberpunk news going gold, the Bugsnax game going gold. If you're excited for Rambo, if you're excited for Payday 3, you know, all the stuff we talked about. Let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff. Thanks for watching, Jeff, MVP. That's all I got, dog. That's it. That's cool.
Hit them subscribe buttons. We'll catch you guys same time, same place.
Now you're going to see weird stuff. Oh my God. But I'm going to click stop.